Masud kalum sajul hum darus. Now anu unjalut karut ham.
Nazur Hamani.
She said, I'm in the schoolhouse and I'm on a desk and I have one bag in my hand and I'm laying down with my head down and there's a whole bunch of men, like I'd say about 3 government type of agencies, men in black and white suits that are surrounding her, and they're watching her. And there's a white woman, a Caucasian woman. She's kind of chunkier than what this picture is showing me. But this Caucasian woman looks like that she's highly educated in this type of specialty with these creatures, these half human, half creatures type of beings. Like she's been studying this all her life, okay? And she looks very knowledgeable, smart. It doesn't look like she's trying to control them. It looks like that she's trying to educate them on who they are and why they are here. ElleLugua is very tired, so that's why you see her with her head down. She's not aware of exactly where she is. But I said, did they tell you a location? And she said, oh yeah, I found out that I'm in Greenland. I said, Greenland? Stop lying. Greenland? They've been talking about Greenland here in America all along. She was like, yeah, I'm in Greenland. They told me that they have these type of schools all over the globe of these creatures. They just couldn't show them for a long time, but they got to expose us now. But we have to learn who we are first, and we have to learn how to control ourselves. And I said, explain. She said, well, you remember, have you watched Disney? I said, yeah, I've been a Disney kid all my life. She said, you remember Sky High? She said how everybody had superpowers. And it wasn't until they got in high school where they went to this particular school. And if I'm not mistaken, Sky High, they had the school like on top of the sky, you know? And you went to learn about your special capabilities. It was an actual school. And then you had up and away. Remember when that little boy, it wasn't until he got a little bit older that he started having the same kind of superpowers as the black parents? Love that movie. Disney Channel is not off. Disney know exactly what is going on with us, okay? We just don't know. We are still a little bit asleep. But she said that she's becoming more awakened now, and she's also a seer. So Luga, she's in this schoolhouse with all the other people. They are half human, but they're amphibious. There's people that are half horse, half dog, I don't know, half unicorn. I'm seeing all types of creatures, and everybody's a little bit confused of where they're at. But these school teachers and these governmental type of men, these black and white suits are telling them, this is who you are, this is where you come from, and this is how we're going to work on ourselves to be better creatures. And she said the reason why we got to have these schools is because there's going to be a great fight against good versus evil. And it's basically like, pick a side. Which side are you on? Now, Luga, she's on the good side. She's a super sweet girl. But she was like, the reason why I'm making contact with you is because they have this environment that I'm in. She's like on a wooded area, foresty type of area, a lot of fog, a lot of trees. This is her environment. Remember I said when she was in that house, the air quality was off, the water was off. But she said here, everything is super quiet. She feels at peace. But she says she feels extremely lonely because she remembered how her life was before she changed. And she said, the reason why I'm contacting you is because I see a light on you. Just like how Bobby Hemmett said to me before when I used to watch his video, that these angelic beings doesn't necessarily they see a human body or a meat suit. They see lights, balls of lights. And she said, I seen the light in you. And that's why I wanted to contact you. But I wanted to contact you is because I miss my friends. And she's showing me iPhone photos. And she's showing me like her friends going out clubbing, drinking. She's super reserved, but her friends are more party people. They're going out looking good. She showed me a few pictures of them when they was going out. And she said that I disappeared so fast that I'm just thinking about them so much and what my life was before. And I kind of want you to tell my story because I know they be on TikTok and all social media. She says that she can get on her iPhone, but it's super restricted for her. She can't do the things that she was before. And she said that it's protection. It's protection. But she was like, I'm making friends. I'm adjusting well. I do go to school like normal. It's just like I said before, like sky high. It's a school for us and the type of creatures that we are. She says the location is cloaked. So don't think about doing nothing crazy. The location is cloaked. And it reminded me, I understand a past life that I have. It's not necessarily a past life, but I told you guys in the past that I had a mystery school. The mystery school that I have is off an area that's very large as this place. And it's cloaked as well. So, I mean, you could be in different countries or different areas, wooded areas, and you think you're seeing nothing but trees and animals. It could be a large area where it's just cloaked off and you can't see it with your human eye. So she's showing me around in this wooded area. I say wooded foresty area in Greenland. And she's by like a lake. And she's just thinking. She's thinking next to the water. She's thinking about the past and how just things just have changed for her. She's not trying to be ungrateful. It's just an adjustment. And she was like, well, I just kind of want you to talk about my story because I miss my friends. I miss my grandmama. They said that I can see them again, but they said that I have to control myself. And so the best way I can understand when she says control myself is, you know, what Incredible Hulk, when he couldn't get too mad, like he had to control his emotions. And if he didn't control his emotions, he started morphing into the Hulk, you know, just the same with her. There's a certain technique that she does it. But she says that she can turn into any type of amphibious creature. So like the frog, the toad, the snake, from my understanding, like a mermaid too as well. But for now, I just see a whole bunch of gills on her. I just see her being like a toad. Like she's really beautiful. But she's trying to adjust. She says she sleeps out here. She can still go back to the house. She has a bed. She has the whole nine there. The other creatures are there, but I was like, why don't you make friends with everybody else? And she said, girl, they're weird. Some of these people are fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to adjust, but you know, people, you know how some people, when we back in high school, everybody got their cliques and how they is. She said, it's the same thing over here. She was like, I'm doing my best. And I was like, you need to start being more outgoing, girl. You're going to have to, if you're going to be here by yourself, and you need to start proving yourself that you can go out in the world and be alone, because you can't just show your face to human beings. Human beings are not ready to see this type of human beings that are creatures as well. I understand they're showing you on social media, but it's coming out slowly. And the people who are not ready, they're learning to be ready, like ElleLugua. Okay. And this is probably why Trump wants to take over that land. But she's saying it's cloaked. And even if they try to invade the land, they're going to get their ass handed to you. Because imagine coming there with guns and stuff like that, and you got creatures just as strong that'll come in and whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said y'all need to start learning about your lineage and getting your gifts, because some of y'all might come from these creatures. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure some of y'all, when you were younger, you had some gifts that you had before and you were scared and you kind of hindered yourself from it. You know what I'm saying? So ElleLugua, she's doing fine. She just wanted me to come on social media and tell about the amphibian families, and that they're currently working on their superpowers per se for the great war that is happening. But she says she's calm. She's doing well. I also want to talk about that ElleLugua said that she healed me one day. And I said, how? She said, you remember when you was sick in January? Now, if y'all scroll down on my page, and I was wearing shades, I wasn't feeling well. This is when the flu was going around. I thought what I had was a cold, but by day 3 with the runny nose, watery eyes, I was laying down and I said in my head, I said, I don't want to be sick no more. I'm tired of this. I don't want to be sick no more. And I seen a frog in my head that was in the form of a hangman card. If you ever seen the hangman card, the man is upside down on a tree and he has his legs in a 4, right? I seen it in a way of a frog, not a human, but a frog. She said, that was me. I said, stop lying. What? That was you? She said, yes. She was like, I can send out frequencies to heal people. And so I know you ain't going to understand this, but she sent out a frequency that said Theragatone. It was just like this. I wrote it down. I'm trying to look online for the word. That Google ain't going to tell you squat. The Google ain't going to understand it. ChatGPT ain't going to get it, or whether they hiding it. But I remember it said Theragatone. That's all it said. And as soon as that frequency hit me, I got up like it was nothing. I was healed. I ain't had no runny nose. My eyes wasn't watering. I wasn't coughing, hacking up phlegm and all that type of stuff. She was like, that was me. That was me. She said, when I see lights, I try to contact people. I'm a seer as well. I work with the land. She said, I'm still trying to understand my other powers as well. But she said, I'm taking it day by day. I'm trying to make friends. But she just wanted to say that she's safe. She's okay. She's healing. And that she's in Greenland, you know. So I just wanted to tell everybody that get your gifts, because there's a lot of things that's going on in the world. But your families might be in just these locations and they just waiting for you to come to the other side.